Alright, so I just read a stat that says almost 44% people watch football every day, and almost 60% people watch football during times like World Cup and Euros. But I bet most of y'all don't know how it started, how it evolved, and how it became what it is today. So I'm here to tell you exactly that, and this video is also gonna help you against your Madrid fans who say that Carlo Ancelotti is the best manager of all time. Alex Ferguson is the best manager of all time. This video is gonna tell you who actually is the best manager of all time and who is the most influential player in football of all time. So yeah, let's get into it. The origins of football date back up to 2000 years. It was first played in China and was called Cuju. The first ball that was made was out of leather, hair and feathers, and it was created by the villagers just so they could pass their time and have some fun. But similar sports existed in Rome, Greek and Scotland areas as well, but it was not organized and the rules were very different, so they cannot be called football. And FIFA also officially recognizes Cuju as the first form of football ever played. So yeah, we'll take it. On 26 October 1863, the first ever English Football Association was formed and the first football rule book was written. It banned things like carrying the ball with your hands, foul play being banned, and the offside rule. In 1867, the first football tournament, the Yoram Cup, was played and it was won by Hallam FC. In 1870, the first ever international match between England and Scotland was played, and in 1872 the FA Cup, the first ever nationwide tournament, was played. In 1888 the English Football League was started, and in 1900 football became an Olympic sport. On 21st May 1904 FIFA was formed and football became a global phenomenon. In 1930 the first World Cup was played. Then, however, the dark age of football started because the war that the Austrian painter that we all know about came about the world, and football completely stopped during that time. Nobody was playing it and the sport was already dead. This was known as the dark age of football. In 1955, however, it resumed and a player named Pelé made his debut for Santos at just 15 years of age. And 2 years later, he went on to play the World Cup for Brazil at just 17 years of age, and we all know how great of a player he became and what all records he broke. In 1955, however, another major thing happened that changed football forever. The European Cup, or the UEFA Champions League as we know it now, was started. 16 teams all over Europe came together to fight for the title of the Kings of Europe. Real Madrid first won the first edition of it, and they won a couple more in a row because they had the Galacticos team like they do in every 3-5 years. Stars like Eusebio, Ferenc Puskas, and many more emerged during this era, but there was one man that changed football forever. In 1966, a Dutch team called Ajax was revolutionizing football all over the world. The center of it all was a young boy named Johan Cruyff. They were playing a new style of football that consisted of one-touch passing, high pressing, and direct balls into the box. And it was giving results on the pitch, something the world was not used to. In the 1980s, broadcasting of football became easier and wider. This was also the time that Italian football came to dominance as teams like Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Juventus went on to win many UCL titles. Italy also won the World Cup of 1982. However, a player named Diego Armando Maradona emerged during this time that was the catalyst to the growth of Italian football. Maradona was a great player that had good dribbling, good finishing, and great passing. However, he did something that completely changed the course of football. In the World Cup quarter-final of 1986, Argentina played England, and in that match, Maradona used his hand to score a goal that was later called as the Hand of God. This broke the hearts of many English fans and knocked England out of the World Cup. Maradona and Argentina later went on to win the same World Cup, and Maradona cemented himself as one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. In the 90s, a lot of things happened that changed the course of football forever. The offside rule as we know it today was introduced. Sir Alex Ferguson became Man United manager. Johan Cruyff became the Barcelona manager, who not only brought the Dutch mentality but the Dutch tactics that he used with the Ajax team back in 1966 as well. This changed not just the course of Barcelona's history but the Barcelona's academy as well. The English football league was rebranded to the Premier League, and the European Cup was known as the UEFA Champions League from now on. This was the start of big money coming into English football, Man United coming into dominance as they won the first ever treble in the history of English football. This generation is known as the greatest generation of players. In 2004, a man named Jose Mourinho was appointed the coach of FC Porto. During this time, football looked like it was money and power dominated, but Jose Mourinho with his FC Porto team showed that it was not just money and power, it was tactics and real football. He went on to win the UCL with Porto as an underdog. During this time, Chelsea were taken over by a Russian billionaire called Roman Abramovich, and they signed Jose Mourinho as their manager and very big players like Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, and many more. Then the Premier League then became a three-team battle between three great managers: Ferguson and Man United, Wenger and Arsenal, and Jose Mourinho and Chelsea. However, Man United went on to sign a player that would change not just Man United but the course of football forever and ever. 2003, Man United signed a young 18-year-old star that was blowing it up at Sporting Lisbon. He was named Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm sure you all have heard about him. In 2007, he broke the Premier League goal-scoring record, scoring 31 goals in one singular season. Real Madrid then went on to sign the superstar for $100 million, smashing the transfer record fee. On the other hand, in 2004, a young star named Lionel Messi made his debut for Barcelona, and I'm sure you all have heard about him as well. He would go on to become the heart of the Barcelona team that would go on to rule the world. Ronaldo playing for Real Madrid and Messi playing for Barcelona. This duo and this rivalry would go on to become one of the greatest rivalries of football and would start the dominance of Spanish football in the world as well. In 2011, Messi scored 91 goals in 1 year, a record that still is held by Messi and is yet to be broken. He won 4 Ballon d'Ors in a row and at just the age of 25 cemented himself as one of the greatest players in football history. In 2016, 17 and 18, Real Madrid won 3 UCLs in a row under Zinedine Zidane and showed why they are the Galacticos and the best team in the history of football. During these times, iconic moments like the Zinedine Zidane headbutt in 2006, Germany scoring 7 goals on Brazil in a World Cup semi-final, Ronaldo's bicycle kick, Leicester winning the Premier League in 2016, and a lot more happened. In 2018, VAR or Video Assistant Referee was introduced, which was supposed to help the referees make better decisions by checking the replays of what happened. However, we all know what the state of VAR is today and how it is helping the game. In 2022, Messi won the World Cup, a feat Ronaldo is yet to achieve. However, Ronaldo has won 5 Ballon d'Ors, but Messi has comparatively won more than him, and this is why Messi was cemented as the greatest player in history. By 2023, Ronaldo and Messi both had left Europe, and now stars like Lamine Yamal, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland have taken over, and the future of football looks bright as many young prospects are in the world right now and playing football. So it's going to be interesting to see what football has to give us in the future, because it has given a lot in the past to talk about and entertain us. And I hope football will keep giving us entertainment and things to cheer about. So yeah, that's it for the history of football. I've tried to cover everything possible. I haven't covered the disaster that have happened in football as well, so let me know if you want a video on that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've covered all the best players that have graced the sport, the history of how the sport began, how new managers and new players have taken over, like Johan Cruyff took over, Pep Guardiola took over, Alex Ferguson took over, and a lot more. Yeah, that's it. If you liked the video, drop a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.